welcome to JapShow here at Santa Pod for round 3 of the competition clutch front-wheel drive drag series. Well, the JapShow's based around all cars of Japanese and Far Eastern origin. And it's quite fitting that the competition clutch front-wheel drive drag series is here, as the Honda Civics seem to be the weapon of choice for many competitors. So going into this round, it's Glenn Robson leading the points with 1,180, and Guy Chamberlain in second with 790. Last year's champion Sam Bolton had problems last time out, not even making it to eliminations.
Yeah, we had a release bearing shatter and that ended our day. We've got a completely new clutch in it thanks to competition clutch. They've come on board. A few other little bits and pieces. We had a good year last year. This year we've changed a lot, so now we've got to tweak it, get it right.
And mixed fortunes for CPL Racing's Guy Chamberlain.
Yeah, it was the quickest run ever in this in the front-wheel drive drag series, 8:77. I'm not sure what it was before. I believe Richard had run an 8:9 prior to that, and although people had gone quicker outside of the class, in the class itself that was the quickest ever. If you take a look back at the 8.7 run, as we shifted into fourth gear, we dropped 13 valves and cracked a cylinder head. So on the way through to the final, we were running like that. We've got an 1100 horsepower, 11,000 RPM 4-cylinder engine, you know. How reliable you can expect those to be is just unclear, you know. So yeah, it is a test bed, and when you consider we put the same things into a 500 horsepower engine, those things should be plenty safe, you know.
So we move into the first of 3 scheduled qualifying sessions to set the field for the 8-car elimination ladder. And first out will be Amy Bradley in the right lane and Paul Atkinson in the left lane. Good burnouts from both just there. Amy Bradley has been getting quicker and quicker every single time she goes out, and very good starts on both. Off they go, flying up the track. Going up to the line, looking very strong for both cars. Amy crosses the line, 10.61, Atkinson 10.40, both 136 miles an hour. Dan Frost in the left lane and Glenn Robson in the right lane. He's got his work cut out. Waited a moment and off he went, looking very, very strong. Sounds like a rev limiter, maybe not just there. Both heading up, looking very good. Both of them crossing the line. 149, 150 miles an hour. Glenn Robson, 9.95 for him and a 10.69 for Dan. So Glenn Robson has number 1 spot at the moment. Guy Chamberlain on the left is going to want to do something about that. He's chasing it, but you tell you what, a bit squirrely here. Flames licking out the side as well. Excellent stuff, very dramatic. Up he goes, over the line, crosses in a 9.21, 162 miles an hour. The chute opens. Sam Bolton, 11.89, 112. So Peter Cole there in the Renault 5, not able to burn out just there. Keep your eyes on Kill Priestman in the right lane. He's waiting a moment, building that boost. Off he goes, shooting up the line. He's got all to do, but Peter Cole just cruising along right now. That is a real shame, absolutely plagued with problems. But over he goes, Kill Priestman, 9.34, 160. Doesn't overtake Guy Chamberlain, but a very good start for him. 1 hour later then, and no doubt after much tweaking in the pits, it's time for qualifying session 2. The crowd's building, but it's a surprisingly cool day so far today. Paul Atkinson in the left lane and Keel Priestman in the right lane. Here we go. A 2.6 second reaction time there for Keel Priestman, but that's unimportant in qualifying. Off he goes, both looking very, very good indeed. Up he goes, Keel Priestman. He's really on it. A 9.20, 159. He takes number 1 spot from Guy Chamberlain. Amy Bradley in the left lane, Dan Frost in the right. Dan taking his time just there. Amy flying up on her own at the moment. Dan Frost a mere speck behind her. And over she goes at 10.33. It's a good ET, but down on speed. Maybe there's a lack of power just there. Dan Frost crossing in a 10.79, 147 by the way. So Sam Bolton in the left lane. He's going to want a better round than the one he had at Big Bang. Here he goes, up against Glenn Robson. And Sam looking very good, but No, it looks to me like Glenn Robson's pulling him back. Oh, clouds of smoke for Sam. That's not looking good at three-quarter track. Glenn crossing in a 9.65. He's got third place. Sad news for Sam. Well, back in the pits, and Guy Chamberlain obviously decided to sit that round out, thinking he was already well qualified. But what happened to the Tigra of Sam Bolton? By the looks of it, something pretty catastrophic.
Yeah, we've had a lot of little problems. We've been working through them. We had a problem on the first one, it was misfiring. We cured that, and I think obviously it showed what it could do now, and it let go. But we were going well. Yeah, that's fatal. It's in half.
And he was very lucky not to get oil on his slicks.
Yeah, we're quite lucky, but we do run like an undertrade. It took most of it anyway, and it kept most of it off the track.
So, final qualifying session, and it's Amy Bradley left lane against Dan Frost in the right lane. Remember, Dan dipped into the 9s at the last round at Big Bang. Looks like problems here for Amy. She's coming off the power already. And Dan crosses the line. No improvement for him either. Amy's got huge problems. What's going on there? Well, 47 miles an hour, not good. Strong burnouts there from both Glenn and Paul Atkinson, both meaning business. And looking good as well. This is at right lane. Paul Atkinson flying up there. Glenn Robson really building in the power too. Crossing a 9.91, a 10.42 there for Paul Atkinson. Well, no improvement. Guy Chamberlain back out for this final qualifier. Now he saw Keel Priestman take the number 1 spot from him last session, so he'll want that back. A very strong launch there from Guy. Car dipping on every gear change. A very quick one, this one much better. It's an 8.86, but after the finish line he's crashed hard into the right wall. Oh my word. And here we have a quick look, I think, at the replay. Well, you can see him changing gear, the car dipping down very nicely on the run too. As he goes up to the line, what happens here? Hard on the brakes, what's just happened? Car veering wildly over into the wall. Oh, that's a big smash, isn't it? Now, Guy is okay, but the car obviously very badly damaged as it now veers over to the left. Well, that run gave Guy the number 1 spot, but the car was unfortunately severely damaged and never reappeared in the pits. But that will give some lucky driver a bye in the first round, and don't forget that Sam Bolton's going to be a no-show, and also Peter Cole not making a full qualifying pass.
Yeah, I've just been told I've got a bye to the final, which is good, I guess, but at the minute on my last run I didn't have no boost. Found the problem on the burnout, and then I had no boost at all, so that's why I did I think 11 second just now. We just had a little look, we can't really see the problem, but we think it's something to do with the boost solenoid, but we'll have a look and see on the next run.
It was a better run. It seems that way, so just going to get back out now. Just give that one a miss. We didn't really need to go any faster on that one, I suppose. So sun's out now as well, so okay, we'll get a bit better.
So here are the first round pairings. It's an 8-car field, but as we heard, lots of damage in qualifying, so it really is anyone's race. So it looks like Keel Priestman is qualified quickest out of these still running machines, and he'll be facing Dan Frost in round 1. But first, it's Amy Bradley on that lucky bye run, so the damaged motor shouldn't be a problem. Well, a bit of a subdued burnout there from the Fix Auto backed Civic. All she has to do is cross the line, remember, and a very gentle launch. We know she's wounded, so looks to me like she's going to be coasting to the finishing line now. Seems to take an age, doesn't it, when they don't go through the gears as quickly as they can, but over she goes eventually. A win's a win, and this will see Amy safely into the semis. Okay, then a real elimination. Dan Frost in the left lane up against Keel Priestman in the right-hand lane. Now, on paper, it should be Keel Priestman, but what's going to happen? Off they go. Keel seems to have the jump straight away, and Dan Frost looking very, very strong indeed. Up he goes. Dan can do nothing about this, and Keel Priestman crosses in a 9.07, 160 mile an hour win there. That car is getting quicker and quicker, run by run. So close to the magic 8s now. Paul Atkinson in the left lane, Glenn Robson in the right. And the money should be on Glenn Robson, but Paul Atkinson's did a fine job. Glenn Robson's starting to pull him back now though, and as they go over the line, very close, it's Glenn's race though, 10.02, 153 mile an hour, a win for him against that 10.55.
I'm suffering with traction problems. I'm not sure if it's my tyre fault, to be honest, because other people are managing to grip, so I'm going to turn power down for the next run and hopefully that'll be better. Yeah, it just depends. Obviously I'll have a lot more points this round than Guy will have, because obviously he's not going to make any at finals, so we'll just have to see how the season goes, but so far, yeah, we're doing all right.
So even more problems for Amy Bradley by the looks of it. The team are desperately trying to replace a cam belt before the next round, and they've got just 1 hour to do it. Especially frustrating as she has a bye into the final. But no such problems for Keel Priestman as he packs his chute. Well, it turns out that Amy Civic has suffered a more serious cam problem, so the crews are removing the camshaft to let her stage the car under its own power using the starter motor. A despondent Peter Cole also out with camshaft problems. So as Amy tows down to the start line, it just shows how qualifying positions and the ladder can affect the final outcome.
So I don't know, it's a bit of a strange how ladder works, but that's how it works, so yeah, I wouldn't be complaining if it were on the other foot, so.
Well, the JapShow's not just the competition classes, with a constant stream of Rung What You Brung cars taking down the strip all afternoon. A highlight had to be this beautiful old school Ford Escort. Okay, semi-final time. Glenn Robson in the left lane up against Keel Priestman in the right lane. It's been a great season so far for Glenn Robson, but Keel Priestman off there like a shot. Absolutely fantastic. Although, I have to say, Glenn Robson's doing pretty well too. But over the line, Keel Priestman goes 9.33, 161 miles an hour. Wins against a 9.78, 158 miles an hour. And now for Amy Bradley on her solo pass into the final. The rules state the car must stage under its own power, remember, so the crew push her almost to the line, then she cranks the starter to finish the job, takes the green and takes the win. So back in the pits preparing for the final, and a surprise win for Amy's wounded Civic.
Basically on the run before that one, I was just about to get weighed and I heard a funny noise, so obviously I heard a big bang, so I turned it off. Then obviously tried to crank it over, then opened the bonnet and realised that I had a problem. Well, my cam belt had come off. Luckily I was only sort of doing 2 miles an hour just as I was coming into the scrutineering, and then we realised, we stripped it down when we got it back into the pits and realised that the cam had seized. So to obviously get my points, I just had to pre-stage and just break the beam. It was a bit confusing. I had to try and get my head around what I was allowed to do and what I wasn't allowed to do, but I've managed to do it, so yeah, I'm through to the final, but obviously my car's broken, so I'm going to have to do the same again. So yeah, Keel's took the win this one.
So into the final, and as it turns out, Amy automatically gets the runner-up spot without having to stage in this round, so it's going to be an easy pass for Keel Priestman to take the event win and move up in the point standings. And it does look like he's not pushing the car at all. No need to damage it if you don't need to.
Keel Priestman, you've got to be happy.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend. Haven't had too many runs, but we're doing well. So really pleased with the win.
Yeah, and walking away with the victory helps you in the championship too.
Yeah, but I don't think we've got a chance of winning.
Well, we hope to catch you next time at Ultimate Streetcar as well, and we hope to catch you there as well.
So Glenn Robson's semi-final exit not hurting him too much in the points, still a healthy lead. Keel and Amy very closely matched on points as we look forward to round 4 of the Competition Clutch front-wheel drive drag series here at Santa Pod.